Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you beautiful women in this world. I do hope that you are doing well, you are in great health and wealth, especially this emotional wealth. Welcome to Saturday and another episode from the series of Better Me for Me. And today I invite you to a bit more complex view about women in the feminism global movement. And I don't want to talk, and I will not talk absolutely, about this political ground that we are all observing and experiencing in social media and in media itself. No, it's not my role. I will also not go into the historical facts and how it was. I will just move to the aspect of us itself as a woman in today's world, and considering how really life can move fast, how we are growing based on what we are building and developing our moral, our ethics, ability to maintain and manage healthy emotional attitude within life. Either we are going through the school age and then university, the ups and downs will be, unfortunately, most probably here and there, though hope we have little downs. But it has all impact on us. And I believe that when we are having more experiences that are bringing the heavy emotions load on us, will automatically create within us either very deep weak resilience, and then opposite strength, and I call it mental muscles, where women will be driven by their own ego, not asking for help, not seeking for an attention, because I'm just a hero and I can do everything what I need to do. I don't need help. Whereas the other developed emotional personality will seek for that attention from other people and will strive for support, losing the confidence that can do and achieve whatever I really want to do. So there will be these two perspectives I want to talk about. I believe sometimes it's very important that we remind each other that we are only women and we do have right to be weak, to be strong. But for our individual wealth, this mental wealth, I think it's great to find balance between these two. We will be talking about the dependency, about the independency, and of course this second group of women I have mentioned with the mental muscles will definitely flourish in dependency. But it's also, till the end, not super healthy to be that way, to live that way, because I believe we are closing our minds and closing our also hearts for beautiful people and beautiful situations in our life. And just because we are so strong and we are looking black and white, for example, we will be diminishing value of those surrounding us events. And of course, at the same time, the first group where there is a strong dependency, either physical or mental or financial dependency, it's not good when we will just take the plain piece of paper and we see we have nothing to put in, because whatever I have in my life, it's because of person 1, 2, 3. This is why the balance is very important. There will be, of course, different measures for it, and it will again depend from our life circumstances. But the level of dependency and independency should not be equal, and independency should win as an overall attitude towards the world. Nice combination can make you very nicely strong and confident about who you are as a woman, wherever you are, either within the relationship, romantic relationship, or you are currently single and you are seeking for your new beloved one. This awareness, or within even a relationship with kids, a relationship with family members, this balance and rightly settled values of dependency and independency will have a matter how you are building your psychological boundaries around yourself and towards all these various aspects that we are all experiencing in life. And I would like to invite you for the very, very quick reflection as a beginning, as an invitation to today's episode. When I'm running some workshops and I'm bringing that exercise, unfortunately, and I will say on purpose unfortunately, 80% of women are giving the same answer, or filling the blank for the statement. Write down for yourself these statements and just keep it aside as you feel. Most of women are replying, I'm a mother, forgetting that you became mother in the third line when you're considering the hierarchy. You forget that first you became a member of this world. Then you've met the beloved one with whom you wanted to share your life, and you became mother last. So this is very interesting why we are ignoring the fact that there are other elements before, and we are immediately diving into that mode and giving ourselves fully, dedicating ourselves fully to a child who became on this world third. I am a mom myself, and of course I love my son from here to the moon and back 20 times or endless even, but I'm not forgetting that there is an element which is for me very important. Certain comfort should remain for me. He is important. When you consider the society, will be my priority number one, but within my life and my values, I will keep myself first. For this statement, we should reconsider maybe and think about ourselves as woman. I am woman. I'm first. What is the source of my satisfaction? After one of the workshops, the colleague has shared with me that she brought that exercise to her colleagues. And it was very interesting because all women have mentioned the same source of satisfaction, which was a child. Whereas, when this exercise is brought to the environment where are also men will find the source in external elements. Not with family, not with wife, not with house, not with child, despite they are absolutely dedicated husbands and parents, partners. But the source of satisfaction is their individual source, where they are falling into hobby. Why we women are cutting off ourselves from that, it's very interesting. And very often, when we are in some situation that is unexpected, like broken hearts, we are empty because we fulfilled ourselves with the life of other people. We did not create anything for our own content, but we built the solid ground for the people who are having their own life. And we do it without asking. That's our dedication, right, within the family. And another statement is, I believe really, really it's important, and most probably every 5-10 years will change and should change. What is your purpose in life? To be a mom, to be a good mom. That's the common responses I'm hearing from women. And again, this is the amazing style of ours and habit that we are narrowing our world, which is so big. We are narrowing to another human beings just to please them. What happens when they are not pleased? What happens when we do not hear the word of gratitude from them? We should still have our path that, no, it's mine. Don't come in, it's mine. You can be at my side, on my right, on my left, but that's my line. We are afraid sometimes to keep it ours because we are afraid to lose people. We will go for the unhealthy compromises just not to lose a man. We will go for unhealthy compromises just to lower the temper of our child, which is unhappy, unsatisfied with our word no. Another interesting aspect coming out from that thought is what kind of tendency we do have to replace quality with the quantity. When we are thinking about how much time you spend for yourself, with yourself, to hear yourself, to talk with your own emotions. You'll say, oh, I do yoga every day, I do workout every day. Okay, but you do not talk with your emotions. You do not reflect what went through your mind today. You did not dive into review of the situation that had happened with the people that you have interacted today. Because while you work out, you train your muscle. You listen loud music, most probably, and it's not possible really to think efficiently about our own emotions that took place within the day. And then we will go, again, quantity. We will go for cool events with our beloved ones. What kind of quality of conversation you had with your beloved one after you left the cinema? Or with your child? Did you create or moderate the conversation that would bring really you both or the whole family into like 1 hour really deep mind thoughts exchange? How often I am witnessing the conversations at the table with various people and you are sharing different opinion. Oh, you don't know what are you talking about, and then it's automatically shooting back for the arguments. Then there is a battle for justification, and after that we are ending up with you don't know what I mean, you don't understand me, and it's low profile conversation. There is no element that you can really learn, that you can develop. You can maybe, after walking away from the table, despite at particular moment you disagree with opinion, but it keeps you thinking, developing the vision, conceptual knowledge. How many of such conversations actually we do have with our family members, with our kids, when the kiddo is, for example, sharing own opinion about something. How often I can hear, "You don't know anything about that." It's so common. "You are not allowed to think like that. No, you have to follow what I say." And again, there is most probably a very not good exercise of cutting mental wings of a kiddo, because we are shutting down the child. Instead to, as an adult, and I assume we are smart enough to generate extra question, even if we don't like what the kids are saying. Sometimes I'm really rolling my eyes when I hear the vision for life of my son and his wisdom. Of course I will disagree, because I am much elder and I do have different experience. But I will not say you are talking silly things, or it's stupid, or any kind of negative reaction is not there. I will ask him, okay, where you come from with this idea? How do you see that? So I will go into deeper level until he will realize he has no other words and responses, and he's leaving the room. So he developed, most probably at that moment, because the child is realizing the thought shall not be a vision. The vision should contain much more elements rather than just ad hoc thought, what I saw in YouTube, some movie and so on. And this is the same when we are going into relationship discussion. We are having some discomfort, some important things to talk about. We will put quantity above quality. And quantity, it will be the numbers of argues that has no quality. Because we will not prepare ourselves for this discussion. We will drive ourselves by emotions. And it's very risky, and no one is happy. We want to prove who is right. We want to prove who is more important in the relationship, who did more for that relationship, in this relationship. But there is no quality about the relationship itself. There is no quality about you in this relationship, about the value of your partner in this relationship. So think about that, and think about that from the perspective how we as individual human being, we will have somewhere at the back in our mind, we are not good enough. That's why we will be driven by this mode, I need to prove I'm worth something. At the same time, we are having this childish need of having more, and we will be adapting various characteristics, various images that we will just take from surrounding us environment, ignoring the fact again that we are losing connection with our inner true. Then we are realizing our mind is super complex and we don't know who we are. At the same time, we just want to have peace and beautiful life, especially the one that we are seeing on Instagram, because this is so-called, comparing mode. We love that. The neighbor is having better husband, these people are having better kids, why you are studying so low, the other kids are better, why you can't bring me flowers, this husband is doing so many things for women. It's so childish. It's really childish, and it's actually proving how emotionally we are driven even in these kind of conversations. Because comparing, it's a kiddo thing. If you compare with the arguments that are full with the real acts of your beloved one or your child, That's a different story. This will be a quality because you dare to compare, but at the same time you are embracing the great qualities that you have noticed already within the relationship that you are having with these people. If you do it plain, that's just most probably anyway talk to the wall, because this kind of complainings are usually not taken really serious, and this is where we are also losing kind of respect, because we are not able to park our tongue in the right moment. We have to show how capable we are to create the waterfall. We need to show that, and we feel so proud of it, because it gives us amazing content for the conversation when we go for the coffee with a friend, when we are having a book of complaints about our life. But at the end of the day, we lose it because we talk instead to take the action. We have enough power, enough energy to spend 3-4 hours to complain, but we do not find energy to twist attitudes, to twist maybe habits of thinking, to twist our values, or maybe just step back and clean the page and say, okay, actually this style of living didn't serve me well. This style of talking didn't do well in my life, didn't create really great relationships, because I had to give away myself for the purpose of other people. So that's where we are coming into this nice ground, dreams versus reality, because it's very important that as an adult people, it's good to dream, but if we are waving all the time on the dream cloud, I'm sorry, but it's time to go and find your level of maturity, because we are adult and you can't live by dreaming. If you want to change something in life, rewire your habits and do the change. Do the change. Identify the habits. Again, as I said, either it will be a language, the way how you perceive the things that are around you, the way how you are raising your child, the way how you are treating your husband. He might be bad, but maybe you already put the curtain on yourself and you want to see him bad. And don't forget, to have bad relationships, it's a tango. It's never only one way road. There is always input from both sides. So review these spaces and identify yourself within that and take action for changing of it. In mental care, we are hearing about that so much, and we are doing that, but we are doing this on a very shallow level. We are again not diving into pragmatic action towards this mental care. We will post, we will scroll, oh, I like it, I like it, I like it, I like it. Oh my God, there is the action, okay, promotion, I will apply for this application, yoga for $5, and so on. I do all this stuff. I will say, check. No, you don't do, because if we would do, most probably naturally some habits would change. Our attitude, the way how we sit, the way how we hold our neck, the way how we enter the room, the way how we greet people, the way how we are managing our emotions when the child is not cool, when our husband is not bringing us flowers or do not think on behalf of us, right? So that's the impact of mental care, the active mental care, and it's very, very important. Gratitude is having an amazing impact on our brain. Recently, I had exchange with a colleague. I was told I'm not doing this kind of, practical writing of the gratitude. My form of gratitude is to be kind and helpful to the society that I'm surrounded by. That's okay, that's great form, I said. But it is not having an impact of the internal change. When we are bringing to our awareness the elements from our daily life that we are grateful for, we are creating the positive image in us, and this positivity actually is leading to produce the dopamine in our brain. And once you are practicing that, as you are practicing the muscles in gym, they are not visible immediately, right? But while you are practicing that on a regular basis, suddenly this negative image that you have already, or negative wall that you have created in your mind, is pushed back, because with every week, every month, the positivity is growing in your brain. So the level of dopamine, first of all, is remained, and by time is increasing. So you don't need to get the gift, you don't need to spend the money for the new dress to have this dopamine increase for, let's say, 1 hour, because once you sit for the Starbucks coffee to complain again about your husband, you will forget about that dopamine. And that's why this engaging yourself in the physical exercise, take the piece of paper, take the pen, and write it down, not on the computer, because it's also isolating, but write it down, put the flower, I don't know, smile, 5 minutes, and it's amazing. Because when you write good things, it will also blur bad things that happened. It will have automatically an impact on the emotions, because positivity will develop in you balance in emotions, definitely will have direct and strong impact on your emotional intelligence. So it's very, very important that keep the things in line, stable, be consistent in your practice, in your work on you. It will have positive influence on the way how you shape yourself as a woman in today's world, because that's very important, to be authentic, to be you, to be happy.